Team Khabib just confirmed that Islam Makhachev wants to fight at the White House event, and things are heating up. Head coach Javier Mendez sat down with Submission Radio and dropped some major insights, talking not only about Islam's next fight at the White House in June, but also the possibility of Ilia Topuria moving up to face him. On top of that, Makhachev has seriously bulked up for welterweight. Credit goes to a new training plan and some smart use of creatine. He's walking around at 191 pounds off camp and looking absolutely massive in the latest footage shared by his teammates. Fans and media are hyped, highlighting just how big and strong he looks now, and it's clear that this new size is going to make him even more dangerous in the octagon. Meanwhile, Jack Della Maddalena is leaving no stone unturned. He brought in BJJ wizard Craig Jones and his compatriot Alex Volkanovski, who has faced Islam twice, to sharpen his anti-Dagestani wrestling. Viral clips show intense sessions focused on takedown defense and scrambling. Maddalena believes his grappling will surprise Makhachev and throw him off, setting up one of the most intriguing matchups the welterweight division has seen in a while. Now let's see what Coach Javier had to say.
I can tell you this, if we are successful like we're planning on being, and if the White House goes through and like he wants it to happen, we're going to fight this fight, and then we're going to fight in June at the White House event, if they allow us to. And then after that, I don't know. But those two for sure are something that's on his radar.
Ilia Topuria moving up to welterweight to fight him in that weight class. How drastically does that change what the fight would look like between him and Islam, in your opinion?
Well, I think in my opinion, it favors us even more so, because now Ilia, he's 5'6", right? 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
So he's definitely, he's going to be strong as a fire plug for darn sure. But, putting on that extra weight, I don't know. His speed isn't going to be there. The power will be there, but the speed won't be there. So before anybody starts thinking that, oh, no, he did that to avoid, he's not avoiding anybody. He'd never avoided anybody. But he is looking for legacy fights, yes, for sure.
Bisping and Felder just gave the Jon Jones saga a fresh perspective. Felder pointed out that depending on how the Aspinall vs. Gane rematch goes, Jones might see an opening and decide to come back. If he spots a weakness in Aspinall's game, you can bet he'll try to exploit it. Classic Jon Jones strategy. Meanwhile, the cross-promotion chatter got even hotter today after former UFC heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou told TMZ Sports he wants a super fight with Jones, calling it the biggest fight of all time, and adding no disrespect to other fighters. That statement has reignited the hype, especially with Francis making waves in PFL, even amid rumors of tension with the promotion's bosses following his absence from the Africa card. Fans are now debating if a Jones vs. Ngannou bout would top a matchup like Jones-Pereira. Of course, the magnitude of what a Jones-Ngannou fight would have meant a few years ago isn't the same as today, but make no mistake, it would still be a massive must-watch clash. What do you think? Are you still interested in this matchup? Leave your comments below. Now let's dive into what Bisping and Felder had to say.
I don't want to say he's going to duck him again, but I think there'd be more willingness, especially if the rematch goes kind of back and forth and it's a competitive fight. John's that kind of guy where he's going to be like, all right, if he sees any kind of hole or weakness that he thinks he can exploit, he'd be more willing. But again, it still doesn't change the fact that he ducked him when he was the scary, crazy guy, and he still is. Who knows what Tom's going to come back and look like in that rematch.
MMA math doesn't stack up. And
No.
Certainly when you look at this, right? John is a tremendous wrestler. He always was. He took people down. I'll never forget when he took down Matt Hamill, right? He took down Matt Hamill easily. And then obviously he got disqualified with the elbows. But I fought Matt Hamill and I trained with Matt Hamill on The Ultimate Fighter 3. And I know how good of a wrestler and how ridiculously strong he was. And
Yeah.
I'll never forget Jones taking him down like that and me just thinking, holy shit. If Jones is taking him down like that, then he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights.
Concerns are rising for Islam Makhachev just days before UFC 322, and this time they're coming straight from him. In a recent appearance with Josh Thompson, Islam opened up about his preparation for the Jack Della Maddalena fight, revealing details that have sparked worry among fans. While many assumed this camp would be easier for Islam since he wouldn't have to cut weight, he revealed it was actually much harder than his lightweight camps. He shared several factors that made his camp much tougher than expected. Islam changed sparring partners and began training almost 3 months out just just to gain weight. On top of that, he went through 3 separate camps across Russia, Dubai, and New Jersey, 3 different continents. Fans on social media are concerned that such major physical adjustments could impact his speed, cardio, and fluidity inside the cage. Constant travel and adapting to new environments can take a serious toll on a fighter's mind and body, raising fears of burnout. Islam also admitted that his first camp was purely focused on bulking to feel how it is, marking his first serious weight gain phase. When asked about his unusually long 11-week camp, he said he never stops training, 1 week of rest, then back to the gym, which has fans worried he might be pushing himself toward overtraining. This single appearance with Josh Thompson has left fans with a lot of questions heading into UFC 322. Let's dive into the interview.
Camp more hard because I start the camp like 3 months before the fight, because I have to gain weight, to feel how is it. It was like long camp. I did 3 camps, one of them in Russia, one of them in Dubai, and last one in New Jersey. First camp, I just focused to do some weights, to gain weight. I did 3 weeks camp, and after that we moved to Dubai and we did a lot of sparrings, wrestlings, more conditions, and now we're in New Jersey and I have my sparring partner who can do similar JDM.
Why 11 weeks for this camp?
No, I always training,
Yeah.
I just go to the gym and I thinking, today I will go easy. But when the training beginning, I go hard, because I love this.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has shared his plan for Islam Makhachev's future following UFC 322. Throughout his career, Makhachev has often been compared to his head coach, not only because of their similar fighting styles, but also because of their close, long-time bond. Despite talk of a potential move back down to lightweight for a super fight against Ilia Topuria, Khabib wants Islam to stay at welterweight. At 34, Khabib believes it's not easy to stay in one weight class all your life, and he wants Makhachev to focus on the division where he's in peak shape and fully prepared to make a mark. If Islam can dethrone Jack Della Maddalena, he would immediately join an elite group of fighters who have won championships in 2 different weight classes. Beyond that, Khabib envisions Islam defending the welterweight strap multiple times, which would only strengthen his case as one of the greatest of all time. For Khabib, this isn't just about chasing another belt, it's about cementing a legacy, becoming one of the best fighters to ever compete in the sport, and leaving a mark that will be remembered for years. If Islam Makhachev gets past Jack Della Maddalena, his next opponent is shaping up to be a massive showdown. The most likely candidate is Kamaru Usman, who has openly said that if Islam wins, he will almost certainly get the fight. It's a huge matchup, 2 pound-for-pound stars facing off for supremacy, but there's another possible scenario. If Ilia Topuria successfully defends his lightweight belt, he could move up to challenge Islam as well, setting up an intriguing clash between champions from different divisions. Either way, the potential next fight for Islam promises to be a defining moment for his career and could have major implications for the UFC's top fighters across multiple weight classes. That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.